Ooh. Hey y'all, welcome back to episode 6 of the Video Diary series. Right now I am at work. It is a Monday. I am working in the office. It's my dad's office. Just wanted to change up the scenery a little bit. And I am recording this on a Monday rather than a Sunday because yesterday I did get a little bit busy with studying and forgot to make a video. So I'm just going to do that right here. Just to jump right into it, brief recap of the week. Nothing too major during the week itself, except for the fact that I was a lot busier at work than anticipated. I do need help with, in terms of I need support. I'm the only person on my team that can do what they can do. And, we have a lot to do and I don't have a lot of help. So that kind of sucks. It has forced me to not take vacations, but this morning I did, submit some time off. We'll be taking off 3 days, the 21st through 24th of August, and then a week after that I'll be taking off 2 days, so I'll be taking off the 29th and 30th of August. Right now it is the 22nd of July, so that is around 4 weeks from now, and that'll be the first quote-unquote vacation that I've taken this year thus far. I've only taken off 2 days of this year, and it's not good. The way my company works is we have this thing called unlimited PTO, which is really, it's just a way for a company to not have to pay unused PTO days, only because we're not given a set amount of PTO we have to use. We have to submit a request for PTO, and then whether they give it to us or not is, decide whether we use it. And if we don't use it, they take it back from us. So because of that, it has forced me to not really think about taking vacations, only because I don't have set PTO days. But I am trying to make an effort to take PTO. But that's besides the point. Work was busy, and I wasn't able to study as much as I would like. So, my only goal for last week was to get through thermo, and I'm still going to keep that for this goal. And I'm probably going to extend it for 2 weeks, only because there is a lot of content, like I've said in the previous 2 videos. But I am currently on chapter 6 of the Thermodynamics course. So I'm learning about, starting to learn about cycles. I just got done with open systems. Chapter 4 was closed systems. And chapter 6 is going to be cycles, and then the second law of thermodynamics. So kind of excited about that, only because I'm actually learning and retaining the information that I'm learning. Whereas when I first took this course during COVID, the only thing I remember was sleeping during class since it was online, and not paying attention to the lecture. And I didn't read the book either. So, not the best study habits on my end, obviously, but now that I'm learning at my own pace and, working for something that I actually want to work towards, learning the material has come a lot easier, and it's just easier for me to pay attention since it is at my own pace. So not too stressed about time and exams, stuff like that. Well, I will be stressed about the one exam I have to take, which is the FE, but you get what I'm saying. It's not like a course that I'm paying for. So that's that. Another recap is on Saturday I had the chance to commentate at a USAPL meet over the live stream, and it was fun. But my microphone was kind of muffled. The meet director accidentally stepped on it before I was able to commentate. So apparently I was fairly muffled throughout the entire live stream. I did have a co-host, I guess. So his mic was fine, but mine was a little bit muffled, which is fine. I still got paid at the end of the day. So really no complaints, but I think it's a fun job, and definitely a lot easier than spotting and loading, only because one, I'm just sitting there talking all day and I'm getting paid the same amount. I've done my time for spotting and loading, willing to do it again, but other jobs are out there. I'd rather do that because it is less fatiguing, and I have primary deadlifts on Saturdays. Not ideal if I'm going to be spotting and loading and then having to hit a heavy set right after that. So I'll take whatever I can get. Also, the meet on that day was like incredibly humid for whatever reason. I don't understand why. Like there was just no airflow throughout that building, but it was horrible. Everybody was drenched in the venue. Outside was like 20 degrees colder than it was inside, and there was windows open, fans blowing, and it was still incredibly humid. Didn't make sense. So I was glad that I wasn't spotting alone on that day because I was hot sitting still the entire time. So I couldn't imagine if I was actually having to help load weight and, be physical. So that's that. On Sunday, I was also able to try Dave's Hot Chicken for the first time. I got the tender and slider combo. I got two of them. So one of them I got the light mild, another one I got the regular mild, only because I didn't want to, mess up my spice. I'm not good with spice, so I didn't want to mess up my stomach. It affected it a little bit, but the spice level was non-existent. I thought it would be a lot more spicier, but I did get the lowest level possible above no spice. It was solid. The tender itself, very well seasoned. It tasted good with the sauce. I don't know what sauce to compare it to, but it's not like a Cane or Zaxby sauce, but it's like pretty much every hot chicken sauce place, like Hangry Joe. I don't know what other hot chicken spots are out there, but it's kind of like that stereotypical type sauce. It's not a bad sauce, but that's just what you like. It tastes what you expect it to taste like. I don't know if I explained that well, but I think if you've had from places from hot chicken, what the sauce tastes like. And then on the slider itself, great itself. The slaw was pretty decent. I didn't really taste it. It just gave it a little fresh vegetable taste, crunch kind of a thing. It was on Hawaiian roll, and then I also got the honey packets on the side. And it tasted really good with the honey. I prefer the honey over the sauce with the chicken. But definitely 10 out of 10. I do wish the fries were a little bit more seasoned because I think they put the same seasoning on the chicken on the fries. But still solid fries. But definitely eat there again. I don't know. I should have only gotten one combo only because I expected one tender or one slider wasn't gonna fill me enough, but they're really thick pieces of chicken, and it does fill you up because there's a decent amount of breading, and the slider, bread and the fries are pretty thick as well. So I think one combo would have been enough, but definitely worth the price, I would say, and worth the hype. I would say perfectly rated. All right, next I'll go over the lifts from this past week. So on Monday, I had a single at 463 pounds. And it moved okay. I've definitely moved that weight a lot better in the past, and I'm still coming off the fatigue from 2 weeks before. Getting in that 485 range or the 4 red range for squat was fairly taxing, especially since I'm also in a deficit still. I'm still cutting weight. New low of around 188 pounds, which is great, but being in a deficit will cause more fatigue on my body. Because the last time I hit a squat PR, I was in a surplus, and now I'm hitting that same range of weight, but in a deficit. So it's going to be a lot more taxing. But squats did move okay. They're supposed to be an RP7, move more like an 8. Today, I do have a squat at 474, so hopefully it will move the same, if not better than last week. That's what I'm anticipating. The fatigue in my legs has definitely gone down, and I feel like the weight should move well. I did get a decent amount of sleep last night and the night before, so I have high hopes. I'm going to go in with good, high expectations, but if not, then it is what it is. For bench, last week I benched 303, and I think it moved exactly how at least I wanted it to. It's supposed to be around RP7, which is what it felt like. I didn't realize I was benching 303. I just read it as the kilograms. It's 137.5. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll put it on. I always forget that is 303 pounds. So happy about that. I do have a single at 314 on Wednesday at around 7.5, 8, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head. So excited for that. And then Saturday, I had a single for deadlift at 550 pounds. It moved okay. Again, last week, fatigue was still high from deadlift, especially after that 595 double, which was insane. So fatigue from prior to last week was high, and I still think I'm riding off of that fatigue. So 550 moved okay, moved like a 7 is what I wanted to. It was in the lower range from what Matt had given me. The range was 250 to 255, so I took 250 for the day, which is 551 pounds. So felt okay, but next week I have a single at 573, just straight up. So I think having 5 to 10 kilo jumps per week would be good, ideal for deadlifts. Especially keeping a little bit conservative in the beginning and then kind of like ramping up in the end, sort of like an exponential growth. That's how typically deadlifts work for me. So yeah, looking forward for that. Oh, I also wanted to mention that I hit my 1 year anniversary or work anniversary on the 17th. So that's past Wednesday. So very exciting. I say that with a question mark because, it doesn't really feel like it's 1 year. I started working on my resume again, started updating my LinkedIn. But other than that, that will be the end of the video. Gonna keep it short this week. And then my goals for the next 2 weeks are going to be getting through thermo and continue studying for the FE. I know I keep saying that it's the end of the video, but one last thing. My plan for the FE is to, after I finish thermo, like the course, I think all I'm gonna need is 8 weeks of just practice problems for me to just go through practice problems and practice exams. I think that should be enough preparation for me to be ready to take the exam. So after I finish thermo, I think I'm gonna schedule an exam date, 8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks. Just really like lock in practice problems, practice exams, and then hopefully I'll be ready for the exam itself. That'll be it. Again, thanks for everybody that watches. Really appreciate it. Hopefully my editing skills is getting a little bit better each week. Yeah. Thank you.